Before the advent and widespread adoption of black powder muskets, the most common weapons on the Pyrrhian battlefield would undoubtedly be variations of the man-catcher and boar spear, or in Pyrrhian terms, the dragon catcher and the dragon spear. The man-catcher is a polearm made to control your target. Its historical use was catching cavalrymen off their horses and throwing them to the ground, if not impaling their necks and killing them immediately. Modern use cases are that of police forces in dictatorial regimes where the people aren't allowed any form of weapon to defend themselves. It's kinda really hard to dictatorship a population if they can say no and mean it. And thus the police don't have to worry about effective range attacks, like China. How is this dang near perfect? Well, like all polearms, the man-catcher can help you engage at a longer distance, keeping your opponents far enough away that they can't claw you. But that draws us to the first flaw of generic polearms. Most dragons in Pyrrhia have a breath weapon, be it fire or cold, and they can just use that on you. The man-catcher has a solution for that. Since the man-catcher is used to control your target as well as keep them at a distance, you can place the man-catcher around the neck in such a manner that you control where their head is facing, thus defeating your target's breath weapon. Combine this with the fact that they can't claw you, and you're effectively invincible against that opponent. And with a sufficiently modified man-catcher, you can still inflict wounds and harm your opponent, or even kill them and they can't really do much about it. Now, as for the boar spear, it's a type of spear that's made in such a manner wherein the thing you speared can't move up the shaft to get you, effectively giving you control of your opponent in a fashion much like the man-catcher. That being said, what would each tribe's standard man-catcher look like? The Sandwings have a sort of reverse leaf blade spear, similar to like palm leaves or something, but with a section cut out to grab dragon necks and control them that way. Made fully of metal due to the general lack of wood and trees that could be used to make a shaft out of, there's also a perpendicular handle for better control when you catch a dragon with it. The Icewings have a more standard bident dragon catcher, with spikes on the inside, good for spearing, catching, and controlling opponents. Not too much metal since they live in a cold climate and metalworking requires a lot of heat. They kinda had to invent their own way of making fire to even be able to forge metal. The Mudwings have a dragon spear, feels more their speed and very useful against creatures of the swamp. Not that they really need a spear to deal with them. The Skywings have a sort of glaive, large blade on one side and a war pick on the other, with a dragon catcher in the center and a basic spear on one side of the dragon catcher. Being one of the more mineral-rich areas and richer countries, they can afford all the metal needed to have it, and it gives them plenty of offensive options. The Rainwings and the Nightwings have a mostly wooden man-catcher, as wood is plenty and they're still only starting to become more assertive and aggressive. The pieces are held together by a single metal band which has a spike on the inside of the catcher. The Sea Wings have a sort of trident, mixing between a dragon spear and a dragon catcher. The inside edges of the outer prongs are sharpened to help with cutting the unfortunate dragon caught in this dragon catcher dragon spear hybrid, also made entirely of metal to prevent the handle from rotting away in the ocean.